Now that we know what a namespace is and what it does, let's talk about the two main namespace types that we have available to us for our use in XML. The first one is the default namespace type. It's actually what we've been using. It's what you'll see a fair amount of. And this simply means that there are no prefixes on any of your XML tags. They're all assumed to be under the same default namespace. So every namespace or every unqualified tag, which means a tag with no prefix on it, belongs to that default namespace. Now, this is somewhat common out there until you start to get into more complex XML documents. Now, the second type of namespace type is the explicit type, and this is where you will utilize a prefix. Now, what's interesting about this is I can set as many different namespaces as I want to in a document, and they all have a different prefix. Then I just prefix the various tags, and I can tell which particular person's definition of whatever that tag is the one that's going to hold here. I'll show you an example of that in a later video. Now, what happens is that prefix becomes a shorthand notation for the namespace. So you'll see in a lot of documents, especially some complex documents, a number of different explicit tags. Now, you can set them for the entire document, you can set them for individual tags, and I'll show you that in the next video as well. So for now, two main namespace types, default and explicit. Easy way to remember them. The explicit ones have the prefixes. They have some sort of 2 or 3, 4 letter prefix and then a colon and then the tag name. So when you see that, you're dealing with an explicit namespace type. So in the next video, let's just create a couple of these so that you see how they look and that you'll be able to recognize them.